Whenever you're ready, Jim.
Let me in. My name's Joe. I'm 22, and I thought it would be a good idea to do an ultra marathon this year.
My name's Ben Deacon. I am 22 years young.
So my name is Sam, and I'm 21.
My name's Will. I'm 23.
My name's Jack, I'm 22.
I'm Miles Jones. I'm 22.
My name's Oscar. I'm 24.
I did some marathons last year, so I was thinking, well, what's next? And then I saw this event. It's like ultra marathon in the Pyrenees. Looks like a great event. Oh, it's 100 kilometers. Yeah, that'll be hard. Oh wait, there's 6,600 meters of elevation. Okay, that'll be tough. Let me see if Ben Deacon wants to do it.
It was Mr. Joe Hattersley hit me with the idea. He said, "Fancy like doing something crazy this year, Ben."
And I got a call from the man, the myth, the legend, Benjamin Deacon. Just letting you know that me and a few guys have signed up for 100k in the Pyrenees. My silly little brain didn't have any idea what that really meant, but I heard, cool challenge.
Ben texted me one evening, I remember, saying, "How do you feel about running 100 kilometers?"
And who can say no to that, man?
I pressed pay and we booked. That was it, and I was in from that moment.
Texted him back saying, "I bought it, please sign up to it as well."
He calls me back saying he's got 4 people to sign up. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh. So then I sign up, and then it just snowballs from there.
We had a little look, and I was like, you know what, go on then. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Joe convinced me.
And we had 8 of us due to run 100 kilometers in Spain.
So the event was Salomon Ultra Pirineu, 100k, with 6,600 meters of elevation.
I just thought it would be a crazy experience, and I'd never done something that hard.
We wanted to meet up as a group, but never happened before. When we got the group chat together, we were like, oh yeah, we got months and months, weekends and weekends to meet, and we just didn't. So the first time that everyone's together is literally when we get here. Some people hadn't met. Night in a hostel in Barcelona. We spent the day at the beach. It felt like holiday, but there was just this looming, this event.
Everyone's super excited. No one's like bringing negative energy. Everyone's bringing positive energy.
Spirits were high, I think we're good.
Six gun, I fought the law and the law won. What's up, climbing kin? How you guys doing? I hear you guys are running 100 kilometers next weekend. Ben, Jake, Will, Oscar, Jack, Sam, Joe, Miles. From the bottom of my heart, stay young and fit. Good luck. Go crush. Have some fun. These are the times. Let's get it.
I think there was lots of nerves about.
Once everyone was here, then it got real.
I was very, very nervous, definitely. Feeling under the weather, and I guess the closer we got to the event, the more nervous I got. So the morning of the race, 3 AM wake up.
I didn't sleep the night before, so I had been up since 9 AM the morning before.
Not feeling good, very, very nervous. Got out the door at 3:45, took probably 45 minutes to get there, and that whole car drive was something else.
Yeah, fucking swag.
We got into Bagger, dropped our drop bags for 60k. At this point, we're all in our race kit, got poles in hand, like bag on back, had a few hugs, a little bit emotional at that point, still feeling incredibly nervous. We kind of hop into the back of this huge crowd of people.
Okay, start line. We got a Miles. We got a Ben.
We got a Will, top as well.
We got a Will. Joe. Jake.
So we were right at the back. There was just like quite a lot going on. Like people watching, everything's packed. You're in this tiny sort of square.
There's loud music blaring, there's people clapping out their balconies, and there's lights going.
I was just kind of taken over by all these different things that were going on.
It's like a moment that you wait for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then when it finally rocks up, you think, oh my god, I can't believe I'm finally here.
It all just became very real very quick.
It's so many people and like loud music, and everyone's getting hyped up.
Heart pounding, thinking about every little possible scenario that could happen, things that could go wrong.
And then there's this guy just yelling in Spanish the whole time. You have no idea what he's saying, but he's just like blah 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 blah.
Comencemos la cuenta atrás. Todo el mundo, desde ya, desde no, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Because the way like the street narrows, you're just walking. As we're coming out of the town, we see the guys, our support crew.
I think once everything got going, all the nerves just went straight away.
And from that point on, it just got better and better and better.
It just felt really good in my legs. I felt like I'd prepared like well for the race.
The start didn't feel real, like all the head torches that you could see climbing up the valley were crazy.
We hadn't even hit the trail yet, we were still on the road, and Sam broke his pole.
Sam comes over, he's like, yo, I broke my pole.
All the people around me were like, oh no.
We realised that we should probably get a charity to do it for, and it's called Climbing Out of Depression.
Climbing Out of Depression is a charity that aims to battle depression through introducing people into climbing.
Unfortunately nowadays, like amongst ourselves or people we're very close to struggle with difficulties with their mental health, and having an avenue to have community and challenge and like support within a sport is something that a lot of us feel the benefits of, but are particularly important for those that are struggling with mental health.
And this charity basically just helps people bring out the best of themselves and see what they're capable of.
As all of these boys will know, it's such a fun sport and a good hobby.
I suppose climbing is close to all of our hearts, some more than others. Jack. I think we all know that the joy that climbing can bring.
Like the alignment between our interests and this sort of small charity where we really think our donations will have a big impact. It just worked out super, super well.
So from the start until the first checkpoint, it was like single file bottlenecks through the woods, people trying to overtake each other.
I think we were a bit cheeky, we didn't know the rules, so we were kind of all cutting people up and overtaking.
Time to rise.
The first descent down to the first checkpoint, I got the legs turning. I was super excited. Mars was the last person I saw at that point.
Oscar kind of heads off.
I slowly started to separate from the rest of the group.
I kind of put the burners on a little bit too much on that first checkpoint. I came up quite early, got into the first checkpoint, and I didn't know what to do with myself. You gotta go and get water, you gotta go and get electrolytes, you gotta go and get food, you gotta go and get gel in you. I kind of take my bag off, I get my little cup out, get my bowl out, which I really didn't need. Like throw my poles to the side somewhere, trying to like eat as much as I can. In the end, I ended up spending a little bit too long at that checkpoint, and we all kind of reconvened.
And there's a little group of us into the first aid station.
So at that point, Jack, Oscar and Sam had gone ahead. Me, Ben, Will and Joe joined the group further back. And then it was on to the second checkpoint.
The mama pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station.
And you were coming through this little pine woody section and you came out onto this field and it was just this glorious pink sunrise.
Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going, I'm on my way.
Mate, go on. Tell us what's going on.
We're on just like a little trotty bit. It's really good. I'm rolling with one pole at the moment, but I mean Jack's got none, so.
And for that whole leg I walked with Ben, and that was magic. I think that was one of the highlights of the whole race. Climbing up this mountain as the sun was rising, the most unbelievable views.
We're up, reckon 12k?
Yeah.
First aid station.
Aid station 1 done. And we're in the bloody mountains now. Sun's just touching the peaks of the mountains. Feeling pretty spectacular right now. It only gets worse from here, eh?
That was absolutely magic.
I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rose, the queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Will's like in the night, he's got his boots on to start with, so he does the whole race in his boots. And then he takes his t-shirt off and he's got like camo trousers on with the leggings. It's so funny.
I had other commitments after this where I was worried about messing up my legs, so I just kind of went very easy. Yeah, I just went at my own pace, had a great time, enjoyed the sun coming up. It was the highest I'd ever climbed, so that was interesting to see.
You've just been climbing the whole morning for hours.
I don't know where I'm going, I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rose, the queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Yeah, getting into checkpoint 2 with Ben, seeing Rebecca, seeing Jake and Joey to start with, all screaming down the hill at us. Eventually seeing everybody, all the support crew, made me realise how important the support crew was for that race.
Not just because of what they did for the runners, but just also like the energy they brought at each aid station.
I remember them all asking, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Is everything okay? I remember thinking, I feel amazing. I can't believe how good I feel.
Well, I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rose, the queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Let's go, Joe! Keep going, Ben! Keep going, Ben! Keep going!
And at that point, I realised that I had the capacity to finish the race. I told myself, I can actually do this, and I will actually do this.
Alright gang, mission catch up Oscar on the descent.
Solitary feeling in my stomach that I wouldn't be seeing anyone for a long time. As it starts to level out, I hear a voice over my shoulder and it's Jack.
Oh, we have a visual.
So that was such a pleasant surprise.
Oh man, hard work catching you up, boy, eh? Sorry mate.
It was basically me and Jack, and we rode from checkpoint to checkpoint, just cutting down minutes and minutes.
Give us a grin into the aid station, Oscar.
Try to.
What is this? Life of luxury we're living, isn't it, Oscar?
It's got it easy, really.
Checkpoint 2, on the way down to checkpoint 3 was a long descent. Me, Joe and Ben were together. We'd lost Will. I remember Ben was having some struggles with his knee. That was the start of Ben's downfall.
Uphill, all good. Flat, I can run. Downhill, first 20k, woo, it's fun running downhill. And then, oh my god, left knee death.
Joe wanted to get a bit of a run on down the hill, make the most of being able to like gain some time on the downhill. And I had a little bit of a split in my mind. Ben wanted to stay slow, Joe wanted to go quickly. I decided to start moving quickly. We kind of said goodbye to Ben there on the third leg.
And then yeah, from that point all the way until like kilometer 84, I basically spent the race with Miles, which I'm so grateful for. I was kind of prepared to do some of it alone, but then to actually do it, like have a shared experience with someone, I think was so nice.
My race would have looked very, very, very differently if I didn't have a Joe there.
Everything you go through, like doing it with someone else, just feels so much better.
Lucy asked the question, she said, do you think there's something to be said about how the finishers were able to stick with other people? And I really think that. So thank you, Joe. Word me.
So the terrain wasn't like clean, nice tracks. The routes definitely had some fun, like taking you down some bogs and really steep declines. I slipped over, got a little bit of mud on me.
That was the checkpoint 3. We came in pretty quick. Joe's talking about timings, and we were doing so well at that point. So much better than I expected. Me and Joe came in, couldn't see the support crew, but we were expecting to see them there. We were kind of like, oh no. I was looking forward to that big hug. But it turns out they were just waiting a few hundred meters up the hill. When we found that out, that was a magical feeling.
I was having a great time and I felt strong. I was like, oh, I could keep going. However, the decision was made for me when I actually was a bit too relaxed and I missed the cutoff at 33 kilometers. But I think in the end it was great because I got to experience a bit of the race with my friends and then I got to join the support team. So I had kind of the best of both worlds. So I wouldn't change anything.
Oscar's still stomping. I'm still stomping too, but feeling definitely tired.
I had a bit of a stomach problem just before the halfway time, just through. I don't think I was eating very well. I think the heat started to get to me. I wasn't getting food down me as best I could have.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me, how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a bit to just take on some fluids and food. Oh, but that is a sight for sore eyes. The aid station, Aguilo, mission Aguilo is complete. Next mission, fucking Gossel. Come on!
I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Aw, oh, come on Joe, you can always change.
Look at that, that is beautiful running. I had a little moment where I tried to leave him behind.
Where is it?
Past a guy called Stefan from Sweden, and told me that from Gossel it was easy. He probably shouldn't have said that to you.
You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air.
And there is the descent to Gossel.
Coming down into Gossel, I was like, I am sick, I am so fresh, I'm gonna run like 4-minute Ks down the hill.
Oh, glorious descent.
And I hit Gossel and I basically died. I spent 45 minutes in Gossel.
And I'd separated from Jack at this point, but was feeling really good. So yeah, came down to Gossel, which was a huge milestone. Actually became quite emotional coming into Gossel. I think it was definitely a highlight of the race. Ate some good food.
Oscar caught me up and we set off again together, but it was all I could do to just hang on to him from that point.
Aid station with the crew, getting fed up. Fed up means something else, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty fed up with it.
Getting fed up in both senses. Ready to go and crush 40 more K, 39 more K.
Sitting in the back seat of my car with my arms around.
Yeah, just walked past kilometre 67. I think me and Jack are going pretty non-verbal now.
Just the trees and the ground. There's a bird in a tree singing a song just for me. Just for me.
Made it. Took longer than I thought, to be fair. We are headed into our last 30k.
30k still sounds so far. It's little steps. Only 4k to the next aid station, that is doable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've put, I don't know if you noticed, we've put some jumpers on. Because we got a bit cold.
We're not really going fast enough anymore to get hot.
To get warm.
We had good pace. I mean, we were still running the flats, running the downs, and things were looking really good.
I knew there was no option. I was going to cross that finish line, however long it took.
Little did we know the course had some surprises for us.
Coming up to a climb, seeing the view, and getting a lovely like rolling descent.
From the descent into Gosel, I was trying to stick with Joe. Had some pretty fast legs on the declines, and trying to keep up, I managed to injure my leg a little bit. My shin on my left leg, which meant from Gosel onwards, I was pretty spent.
You're insane.
And I'll hold tight, 'cause that way it might.
Fortunately, he stuck with me all the way from Gosel, which was kilometre 61, all the way to the aid station at kilometre 84. And from Gosel onwards, it was dark, and I really didn't want to be by myself. It was a real suffer fest from that point on. Really, really difficult.
We had some troubles with Sam. He was not in a good place, but it was good to see him bounce back.
I got to a point where, like halfway through the race, I was having a lot of trouble with nausea and dizziness, solely down to my nutrition. I felt like the training I'd done was counted for nothing because my body didn't operate properly. And that's something I only really realised when at aid station 61, when I was like in bad shape, and I saw Jake and he sat me down and fed me a lot of food, and then after a little sit down I was like right as rain. It felt like after I'd eaten properly I could utilise the training I'd done on the race.
Oh, I know I'll be down again with my old friend. This friendship never ends. The blues is always the same. The blues is always the same.
You make it to 61k, and then you have a proper little moment, it's getting dark, and then at 72k, I had Pipialis longest pain out of my left knee. So bad. I called it quits and I was pretty tired.
I thought that Ben might drop out much earlier because he was in pain since kilometre 33 for sure. But to see him keep going was, yeah, very impressive.
Give me your hand, I'll give you my mind. It's a fair exchange if you're
Lovely, well done, Bert.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Light work, mate. Little 74k jog. Nothing a sausage sandwich can't fix. I can stomach food again. It's a win.
We're eating good.
Alright, ladies and gents. Look at the raw speed.
God, look at him go. Woo! Wait, Jack, wait up. Whoa, whoa.
Try and catch me if you can.
He's off.
We were just going up and down, just for miles and miles.
Little pain in that.
And by 80k, my knee started feeling a little bit twingy. I was getting a little bit nervous.
After maybe the 20th hour of running, I sort of lost the will to eat. I did a big 4-hour stretch between aid stations, which shouldn't have taken that long, and that sort of ended the race for me there. Kilometre 84, I believe, I got to the aid station, and like I'd seen people you know, talk about pulling out. Like I know Ben pulled out, and I was there when he did, but they were like probing him, like, "Oh, are you sure you wanted to? Are you sure? Are you sure?" Like they almost don't want you to, which I completely understand. They want you to push. But I was, as soon as I got to the aid station, I was like so decisive about it. I like my first words were, "I'm pulling out here. I'm done."
Love me, love me. Oh, little pain in my heart.
We got to the second to last checkpoint. It was basically just straight vert climb up to the last aid station. In saying that, we still managed to do that climb in good time. Had a sit down, had some food. It was all just taking so long, we were just so tired. And Jack's knee was really not in a good way. We kept trudging on. We hit the Spire Road and that was like the last of the climbing. I think running now was out of the question for Jack. I mean, in my head, I didn't know if it was going to be healthy enough for Jack to finish.
Well, Oscar was a superstar. He stayed with me the whole way down the final descent. Checked in on me, listened to me moaning and yelping, watched me hobble one footstep at a time down the final 1100 meters of descent.
We were walking down this road and we got diverted back into the forest again. I remember thinking like, oh my god, I'm like, where are we going?
Joe just had so much energy, so he sped off at kilometre 84. From that point on was 2 checkpoints.
It's on one of these last climbs up to the second to last checkpoint, and I feel like I've got good energy. Anyway, I get cracking on, and then I find out like it's in the dark, it's almost like 3 AM, but you have to do this river traverse, like to get up this hill, and it's just the last thing I expected, to have to like step on boulders, try not to slip in the water, and they make you do it like 3 or 4 times.
Just at the stage that I was at, it was so hard. I kept just telling myself one foot in front of the other.
I think we were about 4k out at this point, but maybe only thinking we were 2k. I remember that I turned to Jack and be like, Jack, do you reckon I could make the finish line? That's what he was all down for, so I left him there and I just sprinted pretty much the whole way, but not realising how far we had to go still.
It's like you think you're almost finished, you come down the trail, you hit like a lovely tarmac road, it's smooth, you're like, oh thank fuck. You even see a sign that's like, there's like 3 or 4k to back there, like okay, I know how long it is now, I know how long. You get going, it's a descent, I felt great, keep going, and then suddenly just the flags and the strips that tell you where to go just go right, like into the trail again. Then you cross a rope bridge, which is quite funny, and then you start going up and what feels like away from the town. You kind of know the town's to your left, but as you keep going, you feel like you're just taking every single turning further and further away. I was just desperate to know when the finish was. It felt like just you were being taken the piss out of.
I don't know how to describe the feeling of when you like see your friend rock up, but it would just be the best thing. You'd just be like giddy for their arrival, and it was especially fun at the very end. We'd been waiting for a couple hours. At the beginning we were all looking over waiting for him, but then people started tapering off, like laying on the ground. But then I stood up, just had a feeling that I should check, and I thought I was like, Oscar? And then he looks up at me and I scream Oscar, and then everyone just shot up off the floor. And Oscar's sprinting through the city and we like chased him down. We couldn't catch up to him, he was so quick. And everyone was just like so excited and full of energy.
Out of luck, it'll all be fine this time. Out of luck, cause you always seem so kind. Out of luck, it'll all be fine this time. Out of luck.
You've run all this way, you've gone through so much, you've travelled so far, and then now you just stop. I was so grateful to just have people you could just like hug.
all the way with loads of lessons and loads of answers to questions I didn't even know I had. A race like this isn't something you just enter just to finish. I think you go in to challenge yourself, and that's exactly what happened.
It's so much easier with people. It was way worse when you're on your ones, just have your own mind to work with, especially when it's dark. So being in a team, having good people around you is very helpful, so when you're having a low, when other people are having a high, they can pick you up.
It'll all be fine this time. I don't learn, 'cause you always seem so kind. I don't learn, it'll all be fine this time. I don't learn.
Step by step, you guys got it.
What is the charity that we're doing it for?
We're doing it for Climbing Ken. I think people should donate. But no, we're not doing it for Climbing Ken. Oh shit, bro, you already messed up. It's because I've got an audience here, man. What the hell?
With love and care.